Hello everybody, this is Mr. Jen. I'm here with the September 2019 reading for Virgo, Sun, Rising, and Moon. This is a general reading. This may or may not resonate with you. And do keep in mind this is for September, okay? And take what resonates, leave the rest, check your other signs. You may get additional insights, or another one of your signs might resonate a little bit more. Okay, as always, like and subscribe. And we are going to see what comes up. And as again, this is not going to be for every Virgo, but this is a general reading. There might be bits and pieces that resonate. Okay, so we are going to get an overall energy. Okay. And I do not read this deck in reversals, so keep that in mind. We do have two cards that wants to come out, so, and we have a third one on the table. Appreciation. Okay, Virgo, this is what I have. You were coming from a time and period of heartbreak. Okay, somebody has hurt you very deeply and you felt quite broken inside. And I see a lot of tears. I'd be drawn to that teardrop there. Yeah, you went through a lot of pain and suffering. And what I'm feeling like is that you've gone through a time of healing. And now you could put that behind you because your heart is whole again. Look at that. The heart is all whole again. And it's like somebody's capturing your heart again. Or somebody's heart is in a cage where you've captured. And it says the door to romance is open. Meaning you step through that into a whole new phase, a whole new life. There's new romance knocking at your door. And this is, you're entering a romance with your partner finally showing appreciation and appreciates who you are. I'm being drawn to that rose. Being given gifts of love, gifts of life, you know, something totally different. Okay, this is different than what you've experienced in the past. Okay, so yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and get a Romance Angels card. I grabbed this deck. I meant to grab a different deck, the other deck, but I guess this is the next oracles that you are going to receive, huh? Okay, what additional messages, Spirit, do you have? Beings of the light, what additional messages? You got two cards that came out. Let's see what these are. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you and retreat. Okay. There's a new romance opening up or somebody's showing appreciation to you. But I think there's a second option also. Okay. You know, you pay attention to the red flags in life, okay? It may not have been what you've done in the past. I think this is somebody who tends to jump, okay? I think with every relationship, there's going to be red flags, and you do have to pay attention to them. You do have to discern if it's something that you can live with or not. And retreating is a time to disconnect from the world. I feel like this is what's coming up is, or maybe people, okay, Spirit's showing me interference. That there could be interference from other people when you go through this door and try to start this new romance. And you need to retreat from the world. That is saying, the two of you with your new romance to retreat and be your own. Don't listen to other people. Don't listen to all the noise and all the interference. I'm feeling like an element of jealousy. Maybe people being jealous for what you found. Because I do feel like you could be on the verge of finding something very special. Okay? So let's go ahead and I'm going to get, I still want to get a couple of these cards. You have exhaustion. This is somebody who has been fighting a battle. You've been fighting a long battle and you're tired. Okay? And it's time to drop the baggage. It's time to drop all the extra stuff. Okay? And time to tend to yourself. Okay? And it's also telling me do not drag the old baggage into the new relationship. And then we have the rebel here. It's kind of fitting with these cards here about paying attention to red flags of who's your real friends, people there because there's interference, a need to retreat away from the world, away from the Debbie Downers. And this is the rebel going against the norm. This is somebody, yeah, this is somebody going against what everybody else says. What did I just said that. Retreating and ignoring the noise, ignoring what everybody else is saying. Be the rebel. This is the emperor. You take control. Don't do what everybody else wants. It's you. You do what you want. Okay? What makes you happy? Not what makes the world happy. What makes you happy. Okay? So, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has. Okay. Additional messages do you have for Virgo? Sun, rising, and moon, please. What message do you have for Virgo? What messages do we have for Virgo? Spirit, why do you do this to me? Tell me to mix them all up. Right? I gotta obey. Spirit says put them down on the table and mix them. Okay. Virgo, please. We have the Queen of Rods. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is somebody who is very strong-willed, very ambitious. She's creative. She has a vision. She goes after what she wants. She knows her value. She knows her worth. And has a lot of passion. Passion and vision. Okay? Very fiery, very full of life, a spark. And I'm going to pull one more card to go with her. Woo! Oh boy, Virgo. 2 queens in the center. You know what? This could be the scorned person who's trying to interfere, just saying. This could be the new one. Or you're probably dealing with 2 people. One's a fire sign, one's an air sign. Air sign is the Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Not saying that those are definitely the signs, but you got another person who is very analytical, somebody who has a very sharp tongue, and I'm feeling malicious, okay? Or for some of you, you could be dealing with the same person who has 2 sides to them. It's one that's warm and one that's cold. So you might have dealt with somebody who ran hot and cold. I think that's what I'm feeling for a majority that this reading resonates with. Dealing with a single person has 2 sides, like Jekyll and Hyde. Okay? Some of you might have 2 women that you're dealing with. Or 2 people with feminine qualities. Doesn't have to be women. It could be 2 men. But in most cases, I find that, wow, it is the gender that's on the card. Otherwise, I'd have the King of Swords here. But again, it could be a male who's been scorned. Just saying. So I think there's a side of this person that has been scorned. Or you're dealing with somebody that's been scorned who has a very sharp tongue. Very analytical. Have emotions completely under control. And my cards are just flying all over the freaking place. I don't know what's up here with this energy, Virgo. Because at the base of it all, you have what's in the shadow is the Ace of Rods. Which is telling me, and it's in the shadow, what's working under the scenes. And the shadow side of the Ace of Rods is something very sexual. Blooming. I think there's a lot of passion, just like the Queen of Rods, full of passion. But I'm feeling a very strong sexual energy. So you could have been dealing with a partner who was just interested in sex, or you were just interested in sex. But I think it's the other way around. I think it was a purely physical connection. And somebody got their heart involved, and somebody got their heart broke. And that's kind of where you're coming from. And where you're going, or what's on your mind, is the King of Cups. You want the total opposite. What you're looking for is the compassionate, the caring, somebody who is not afraid to express their emotions, somebody who makes a great counselor, somebody, that you may even have a spiritual connection with. Somebody's not afraid to express their feelings. He has his feelings in his cup, and he's handing them to you. He's expressing them. That you're looking for somebody who is he's very romantic. Okay? And genuine. I keep hearing genuine. You want someone that's genuine. You want something that's genuine. Not something based on sex. Okay? Past energies. You have the Nine of Swords. So this is something that's been worried. This is something. This is grieving. This is somebody that's very stressed out. And I feel suffering a loss because it came out. You realize that this person was purely, after the sex, it was purely physical. There was no emotional ties. And what you want and what you desire, what you're thinking about is your perfect man, your Prince Charming, you know, or Princess Charming. And I'm feeling that you sometimes, it's okay to have high expectations. Whoever this is for, it's to say, don't set your expectations too high, because you might end up disappointed. Whoever that is for. And up in the upcoming future, in September, we have the Fool. Okay, the Fool card is indicating having faith, stepping out in blind, totally blind faith. This could be a blind date. Hello. Some of you could have a blind date, and it is going to be a connection. It's going to make a love connection. Okay? Somebody might be too worried about looking for red flags. Maybe there are none. You could be your own, you could be self-sabotaging yourself. Okay? Just saying. But this is saying taking that leap of faith. If you look here, has very little, very small pouch, because they're leaving the baggage in the past. And I said that before I even drew any tarot cards, about needing to leave the baggage from past behind. Okay? So Spirit's on it. Yes, yes, yes. Spirit is on it. And your viewpoint, oh, Rose of Innocence, something brand new and pure. You were looking for the real thing, something authentic. There's the rose. It stands for authentic. It stands for purity and innocence. So you know what? I think you're going to get what you want. Two of Swords, decision making. Wow, being blinded. So you might be dealing with two people. I think one's from the past and one's in the future. This one's looking towards the future. This one's almost to the past. So this might be where the sexual energy was coming from. Just saying. You might have been dealing with a fire sign. The sex was good, but it's more of a physical than an emotional connection there. And even though you have the Queen of Swords here, somebody who is very analytical, has their emotions under control, can be a little bit cold. Or this could be an aspect of you. But I feel like there's two people. You're seeing two people, and you're prolonging. You don't want to make that decision. But in the future, it comes down to taking that leap of faith. Leaving the baggage from the past behind. Okay? You definitely have a choice, and you're blindfolded. You're not wanting to face it, and this is somebody not wanting to face the truth either. Okay, I think you're still holding on to the heartbreak at some point. At least going into September, you're still holding on to the heartbreak. Hopefully by the end, that's going to be past. Okay, and what we have in the environment, we have, I just mentioned the King of Swords and the Hanged Man. So you have been really stuck in a rut. And the King of Swords is looking at this Hanged Man. And this is somebody analyzing the situation, assessing the environment in general. I think you're taking on this King of Swords energy, Virgo. And make decisive decisions. This is what the environment is indicative of, making decisive decisions. Taking the emotions out of it. Thinking things logically. Seeking the truth. Maybe even cutting shit out that no longer serves you. But the King of Swords is definitely looking at where he's been. How he's been just stagnant. Just, so like I said, just like this card. This could be male or female, but this is somebody looking, making decisive action or decisive decisions. This is not acting. This is decision making. Looking at things. Being analytical. Analyzing and assessing. That's what's going on right now as you're going into September. So and this is causing a lot of stress. You know you have to make a decision. You're discovering the truth, but you don't really want to face it. This is the energy going into September. But it seems like there's a shift in energy as September continues on. Okay? And we're going to go into what advice or other possibly hidden knowledge. This is kind of like my wild card. It could be advice from spirit, or it could be hidden knowledge, other things you need to be aware of. The Lovers. This is definitely a love connection. Definitely. And you could be dealing with a Gemini, just saying. I'm almost willing you're going to be. But with that aside, this is also choices. You know, you have a chance at love. And I see here the need to take that leap of faith. Again, leaving the baggage behind. Take that leap of faith. I'm definitely feeling a definite love connection. Something that's very deep. And again, it's still indicative of decision making. You definitely have the choice between two people, Virgo, coming in September. Okay. September is your month. It's your birthday month, by the way. Happy birthday, Virgos. Okay. We are actually in Virgo season now. So for all the Virgos, happy birthday. And we have the Page of Swords as a potential outcome. Okay, this is new intellectual, a new way of thinking. Hello. New perspective, new way of thinking. So I think by the end of September, your thought process is going to be completely different. Okay, and I'll zoom in a little bit. Your thought process is going to be different. Seeing your situation in a new light. The Hangman is also about seeing things in a new perspective. Yeah, I'm being pointed to that by Spirit. He's analyzing and seeing things in a new perspective. Where he's been, how he's been stagnant and stuck. And coming up with solutions. Hello. And part of that solutions is making decisions. You have a chance at the real thing. Are you going to leave the baggage of the past behind and take a leap of faith and go forward? Or are you going to cling on something that has no chance of growth? Decision's yours, Virgo. And that's what I have for you. I do thank you for watching. Again, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you like a personal reading, please do see the description box below. Until next time, bye.